Alright guys, what's going on? It's been a minute since I've done one of these. Thomas Sowell on Kamala Harris's communist video. This one is a year old. I'm not gonna lie, I am behind the ball on this one. I'm sorry. But I know I said I was gonna do some more Thomas Sowell. Nevertheless, this one is a year old. You guys know how I like to do it. No long intros. Welcome back, Thomas Sowell. I have fallen off on the Sowell train. Not gonna lie, I apologize. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it, because I know Sowell is gonna spit some serious knowledge. Grab your popcorn, grab your snacks, grab whatever you need to do. Let's go.
If you can't get equality among people born to the same parents and raised under the same roof, why in the world would you think you're going to get it among people who've had such different histories and cultures around the world?
So there's a big difference between equality and equity. Equality suggests, oh, everyone should get the same amount. The problem with that, not everybody's starting out from the same place. So if we're all getting the same amount, but you started out back there and I started out over here, we can get the same amount, but you're still gonna be that far back behind me.
Well, this is one of any number of one-factor explanations as to why everyone doesn't have the same outcome. 100 years ago, it was genetics. At other times and places, it was exploitation. But again, these are ideas that sound plausible. But when you do research, you discover that everywhere you turn, there are 1,000 reasons why people don't turn out the same. It goes right down to the family. In the first chapter of this book, I point out that the firstborn has higher IQs than his siblings. And in later life has more achievements. Among astronauts, for example, of the 29 astronauts in the Apollo program that put a man on the moon, 22 were either the firstborn or an only child. Now, if you can't get equality among people born to the same parents and raised under the same roof, why in the world would you think you're going to get it among people who've had such different histories and cultures around the world?
Okay, now that is very true when, well, at least when it comes to me, because I have like an older sister. I have an older sister, and she is, I'll be honest, she is very smarter. She is smarter than me. Now, I don't know if it was just a gift or what, if it was just talent, or if it was just hard work. I would honestly say it was just hard work, because she was more of like a what's the word I'm looking for? More, I wouldn't say a bookworm. She was just more into studying, more into developing her mind and her brain. So naturally, she would have been more inclined to have higher grades and a higher IQ. So of course she would have gotten, more like higher paying jobs, higher paying wages, like more opportunities. She would have gotten like a much better head start than I did. So I can agree on Sowell's point with that, because as it stands right now, currently my older sister is currently doing better than I am. So I can see that point. So I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I don't know how it is for every family. Now, the only child thing, I mean, if you're an only child, I can see how you would really have to, I guess, prove your worth. I guess that's the word I'm looking for. And I guess if you are like a firstborn, I guess you have to kind of like lead the pack, so you can kind of show your younger siblings how it's done, so to speak. You have to kind of set an example. I guess you have sort of like that pressure, almost to kind of be like a perfect child. So I'm guessing also that's why like their IQs may be higher. I guess it could be a number of things. I don't know why it's like that. I don't study the brain or anything like that, but at least for my family and how it was for me, my sister, she has a higher IQ than I do. So that's crazy though. That's crazy. Like wow, that's some bullshit.
Almost nowhere anywhere in the world or in any period of history do you find any society in which groups that compete openly end up with the same results.
You continue to hear politicians using statistics, sort of cherry-picking statistics in order to form economic policies where the government gets directly involved. They always do it under the guise of social justice. It seems like anything that is led by the phrase social justice can be accepted by these people.
Yes, and I guess one of the crucial assumptions of the social justice literature is that in the absence of bias, people would be similar, but they're not similar. They're not demographically similar. I mean, for example, the median age of Jewish Americans, Mormons, and Japanese Americans is around 50. There's no way they're going to be equally represented in proportion to their proportion of the society in the National Football League. I mean, 50-year-olds are not going to be able to compete with people in their 20s. I can come up with umpteen different examples of this disparities in various situations, including situations where it is not possible for it to be either discrimination or genetics. People on the other side cannot give you one example. You can read reams of paper by advocates of social justice and not find one example anywhere in the world. There are people who've done international studies. Braudel, I quote, the French historian. He said, in no society has all parts of the population had the same outcomes.
It's about giving people the resources and the support they need so that everyone can be on equal footing and then compete on equal footing. Equitable treatment means we all end up at the same place.
Okay, I think what Kamala is forgetting is that we can't all be on equal footing. It's literally impossible to be on equal footing. The thing I noticed about liberals is that they speak about, let me see if I get this word right, individualism. They say, oh, you're an individual, express how, you're an individual. And though we are individuals, we all come from different backgrounds, different races, different creeds. We all come from different situations. And because of that, because we come from different situations, we all come from different places. We all come from different positions in life. Some come from, further back than others and vice versa. Take, for instance, okay, we're all, let's say, let's see off the top of my head. Okay, well, let me use this example. Well, let's say, okay, well, let's use a position. Well, let's take this example of starting on equal footing. Let me use this real quick. Let's say, okay, you guys remember when we were all taking school together, like with your classmates and whatnot? We were all on equal footing. We were all in class together. Let's say high school, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th grade or whatever. And after high school, after we graduate, some of us went to college. Some of us went to, the military or whatnot. Some of us, got a trade or whatnot. Some of us, hell, for my situation, I know some people that did nothing with their lives. Some people went to prison. Some people sold drugs. Even though we started essentially the same place, on the same footing in high school, in the same class, we ended up in different places after, in the end. You see what I'm saying? So essentially, even if we started in the same position, it doesn't matter, because after that, it's all about the human choice. It's all about what we do after. Now, going back to my initial point of not everyone starts at the same place. Some people may have, one parent in the house. Some people may be poorer than others. Like, it's a bunch of different situations where some people may not have, that same footing or that same, position in life where, hey, I'm going to start in the same position where you are. And you cannot fundamentally make everyone start at the exact same spot in life. There's like 320 billion people in the United States. Like I don't know how many kids there are, but I know that's like a total of people. But essentially, it is physically impossible to get every single kid to start at the exact same position in life, because everyone is an individual and every situation is different. You would fundamentally have to be in every single household and literally have everyone like doing the same exact job, making the same exact money. And like it's basically, you would have to set up a communistic system. Like that's exactly what it is. That's the only way I can see you doing it. You would have to basically set up communism to have everyone start at the same place. You would have to have a communistic system to get everyone to start from point A and to make everyone finish at point B. That's the only way to do it. Bro, that's...
Are goals like economic equality or economic opportunity, racial equality, are those good goals for a nation?
If you mean by equality of opportunity, yes. If you mean any belief that you're going to get the same end results, the answer is no. What those kinds of goals do is simply tear a society apart, often making all the groups in it worse off than they would have been otherwise.
Thank you, Sowell. Thank you. That's my point, bro. That's my point. Exactly. Going back to what I was saying about the high school thing. Like even though like we essentially started at the same spot in high school, we branched off and we did our own different thing. Like we all left and we all ended up in different places. We all fundamentally didn't even, like, we all left and we transitioned into different parts of life, and we, like, it's, I don't, like, what a, it's just crazy. Like these liberals don't understand. Everyone is an individual, bro. Like you cannot have people start and finish at the exact same spot. It's literally that simple. It's impossible, bro. That's what it boils down to. You cannot have everyone start at point A and finish at point B at the same exact time. You can't.
It's sad. Affirmative action and academia, for example, takes minority students and mismatches them with institutions. For example, when I was at Cornell, the average black student enrolled at Cornell at that time scored at the 75th percentile on the SATs. The average white student in liberal arts at Cornell at that time scored at the 99th percentile. Half the black students were on academic probation. In other words, you had kids who would have been on the dean's list at most of the colleges in this country, but they were sent to colleges where they were virtually guaranteed not to make it.
When you talk about cosmic justice in intellectuals and race, what do you mean by that?
I guess I mean what some people mean by social justice, which is justice for groups, an initial opportunity to have the same life chances. But I call it cosmic justice because no society is able to do that or has ever done that in any country. And so what you're asking for is for life chances to be the same. When you think of all the differences, it's virtually impossible. You know, some kids are maybe raised in families that are the same economic level, but one family will have one set of attitudes toward education, and the other will not. And the one who's in the family that does not have that same attitude, he may be a fine fellow, he may be bright, all of that. He doesn't have the same chance. There's almost no way he could have the same chance.
Why is this misused? Is it because so often these statistics, in order to force these economic policies that don't work, is it because politicians extend their term in office? Is it because of the poverty industry, if you will, that exists? What do you think motivates people to do these things that clearly are not benefiting our society or our economy?
Look, these are things that are benefiting them. Politicians stay in office by saying things that people want to hear and by not accepting evidence that shows that they've gone wrong.
That's it, man. Simple as that. That is it. I mean, I don't think Kamala listens to herself when she talks. I think it's just like a big echo. I know she, at the end of the day, I guess you can kind of say that she wants to help people who are kind of, starting, I guess, behind the line. But she needs to understand, you fundamentally can't help everyone who starts at a different position in life. As much as you want to help them, you simply can't. Like, it's ultimately up to them how far they want to go in life. All you can do is just give them the most opportunity and resources, and with that, like, it's their choice. like that's it. It's simple. It's as simple as that. Like, none of this is complex. None of this is complex. Like, even if someone has to work a little bit harder to catch up, I understand that it's not fair, bro. Not everyone is as lucky and is as blessed to be born into a rich family, with a bunch of money and a bunch of wealth and a bunch of resources. I get it, man. And it sucks. It honestly does. Like, some people have to play catch up. Some people have to bust their ass, and I get it. I really do. But I feel as though you can really use all of that as motivation. You can really use all that extra, I guess, grit and all that determination and all that hard work to really make you a better person. And when you do catch up and, I guess, outrun everyone in the end, you will be a stronger person because you work twice as hard, and now they really have to work 3 times as hard to catch up with you because you've essentially worked twice as hard as them, and now you're so far ahead that they have to work 3 times as hard to catch up with your 2 times. You see what I'm saying? I mean, like, if that makes sense. I know the math is kind of off, but that's just going to make you a better and stronger person, I feel. Even though you will have to work hard, even though you're gonna have to, maybe stay up a little bit later, bust your ass a little bit harder. In the end, if you really want to be a success, I feel as though it's gonna help more than it's gonna hurt. That's just my opinion, though. But that's just my opinion. Let me know what you guys think about this one. I'm gonna try to get back into doing more of these Thomas Sowell videos. I mean, this channel that I was initially reacting to, it doesn't have much Thomas Sowell videos. It only has about 10. I don't know what happened to the rest. I feel as though there was more. I don't know, but wow. Guys, let me know how you guys feel about this one. Kamala. I don't think she gets it, man. I don't think she gets it. Like, I don't think she gets that every family, every kid is an individual. Like, every family comes from different backgrounds, and every family has different situations, and you like literally can't get every kid on the same, on the same plate, on the same level ground. It's impossible. It's literally impossible. But I don't know. Guys, I'm getting out of here, man. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Take care. Bye-bye.